BBC Radio Manchester.
BBC Radio Lancashire.
Now, you wouldn't think a dragon would be particularly technology savvy. Well, putting an end to that myth is the BBC's very own Dragon Den's former firebreaker and fire breather, James Caan, who's released a smartphone application that provides the inside scoop on business. But surely giving away his trade secrets would put the multimillionaire investor on the back foot, wouldn't it? Well, to find out, James joins me on the line now. So I'm just going to say hello to him. Hello.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm getting all tongue twisted because I'm excited that I'm speaking to you. I'm one of your biggest fans, definitely.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have you downloaded the app yet?
I haven't, because I don't have that kind of a phone at the minute. But now that I know you're doing it, I will get a phone as soon as I can.
Fantastic. Do you want me to send you one in the post?
Oh, that would be nice. That's a nice offer, definitely. Thank you so much. Now, you're giving away business advice and tips. Why is that?
I mean, I just felt right now the market is absolutely sort of ripe for people who want to start businesses. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to have learned how to start a business and make, the business quite successful. And I just wanted to take the opportunity to share some of the ideas and the methodologies that I've implemented that have helped me, start successful businesses. And I thought it'd be a great opportunity to share some of those ideas with people out there who want to do the same thing, really.
Yes, of course. I mean, you've got an very interesting life, actually. I've watched a lot of programmes based around your life and read up on you as well. And you've done a lot when it comes to business, obviously. All your life you've been in business. I mean, why make an application and why now?
I mean, I just felt that now, the economy right now is struggling. And I think the only way we're going to get Britain back on track and to get this economy moving is to get more people to start businesses. Mm-hmm. And the problem is, and the challenge I think people find is, how do they do that? How do they raise money? How do they attract the right people? How do they market their business? And there are so many different facets to business which people don't necessarily have the experience of. And if I was in a position to be able to share the experience that I've got and what I've done and how I've done it with people out there, it will give me the opportunity to make a contribution to help other people to replicate or emulate some of the success that I've experienced.
Well, I think you've experienced quite a lot of success, obviously, and there's loads of advice that you could give to a lot of people. What would you say is the biggest hurdle people face when setting up a successful business?
I mean, I think, they've got to know, whether or not the business is an idea, is it a lifestyle, or is it really a business? So many people that I meet who have an idea where they think it's going to be a business, but actually it's not a business. It's just the concept is a lifestyle. So what I'm trying to do through the app is to help people evaluate that the idea that they have, could this really turn into be a viable business? Mm-hmm. I think that's what people find the hardest. When you look at Dragon's Den, the number of people who come into the den who have an idea, and you can see that it hasn't really been thought through very carefully. So what the app is really designed to do is help people establish the viability of an idea.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Now, what's the biggest mistake people make in your eyes?
I mean, either they don't have enough capital to warrant the business giving it a real chance of success. So many businesses are built on shoestrings that, in fact, it could have been a very successful proposition, but it's probably underfunded. It probably doesn't have the right people behind it. Because one of the things that I'm a passionate believer in is that business is about people. It's people who bring life to businesses. And if you haven't attracted the right people with the right experience and the right ingredient, the business itself hasn't really got, the basis of being successful to begin with.
A strong foundation.
Down to each component of raising capital, how to market the business, how to attract the right people, how to actually get distribution into the stores, into shops, how to get PR. So pretty much all the components that I've used. I mean, one of the businesses that I set up, Humana International, we took that from a basic idea and grew that to 147 offices in 30 countries.
Wow.
So had the opportunity to understand how to internationalize a brand. So all of those components I've managed to incorporate in the app. And the beauty is the app is a free download. So, in this particular situation, I've chosen not to charge for the app.
Right, okay. Well, that sounds good. And I think obviously that will help a lot of people as well. I mean, it's free and available, then there's no excuse, is there? What are your views on Asians in business?
I mean, we couldn't do without them. I mean, I think the Asian community in this country, I think, is such an important ingredient to the economy. If you look at the success of Asian entrepreneurs over the last 20 years, they've made such a positive contribution to the economy, and they are so natural. Whenever you go and you see, whether it's in the restaurant industry or the food industry, but now they're in banks, insurance companies, financial services. I think they are very enterprising.
Mm-hmm. And obviously they're widening their scope as well. Or are we still sort of in stereotypical industries, do you think?
Not really. I mean, I think we've come a long way in the last 10 years. I mean, every aspect of business you look at, whether it's dentistry, pharmacy, financial services, insurance, retailing, food, professional services, accounting businesses, even recruitment companies now, you're seeing more and more Asian people entering into almost every aspect of the economy.
Well, you started off in recruitment, didn't you?
Yeah, that's a very familiar area for me, so it's something I understand very well.
I know, because I watched your actual documentary, which was based on your life, and I remember you started off in a very expensive area, is that right?
I had a broom cupboard in Pall Mall in central London, so it was a very expensive area. But
I remember that.
A very small setup where I had this tiny office. There was me, the desk, and the Yellow Pages.
I remember watching it and thinking, wow. And it's very inspiring to watch you and to listen to your story, and obviously how you grew and how you've taken on so much as well. I mean, most people, of course, know you from Dragon's Den, but now you've left, will you be doing more TV work or out in the open with people watching you?
I mean, there's a number of new projects that I'm currently looking at the moment from different aspects of business, but I'm still very much looking at television from a business perspective rather than any aspects of entertainment, or I'm not sort of planning to do Strictly Come Dancing.
You should try it. It's good, actually. It's good exercise anyway.
Yeah, so now I want to stick to my core values, and the area that I'm probably the most enjoyable at is business, which is what I like. So I'm looking at 2 or 3 different projects on TV, but very much centered around entrepreneurship.
Well, it sounds fantastic. I mean, how can they go about and obviously use the application? If you just want to quickly tell us and remind us again before we go.
I think what you do is you go on to the App Store on iTunes, and you just look for James Caan's Business Secret, and you download that, and basically it's free until we launch, which is on the 16th of June, and between now and then I'm making it available to everybody out there who can access it. We were hoping to have 1,000 downloads in the first week, and to my absolute amazement, we've had 40,000 downloads already.
Oh, wow.
It's currently the most successful business app on iPhone.
Well, it could be 41,000 if you send me that free phone.
Free flow, my dear, will be on its way to you.
I'm only joking. Thank you very much for the offer anyway. But James, thank you so much. It was so nice talking to you. I wish you all the best with that. And I'm sure there'll be plenty more coming up as well with your business ideas.
Thank you very much. Take care. Good night.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you.